your reaction to this?
I guess my reaction is we're grateful, just like Bailey's grateful for the sake of her family, particularly her daughter, Nala, that she received a life sentence. And that's my reaction as well.
Were you surprised to see one of the judges disagree with the other two?
It's happened before. In fact, it's happened in 2 cases I worked on where the judges were not unanimous. I don't know if I was surprised or not, but it's not something that's unusual. Like I said, she's grateful she's not going to receive a death sentence, particularly for her family and her daughter. That's kind of her reaction.
Was there something that differentiated her between her actions and Aubrey Trail's actions that you believe justify why she was spared the death penalty?
I'm not going to go into her actions or Aubrey Trail's actions. Obviously, Judge Battalion, his order and his determination was the state had failed to prove the aggravating circumstance beyond reasonable doubt. Obviously, because he did that, we didn't have to go into other things such as mitigating circumstances. But I think lots of mitigating circumstances showing that Bailey Boswell as a person was a lot different.
What happens now with the case?
She will be transported to the York Correctional Facility. There's likely to be an appeal on the guilt or innocence phase of the trial.
What's the timeline for something like that?
Notice of appeal has to be filed within 30 days of today's sentencing.
From your research, how unusual is it for a split determination in a three-judge panel?
Actually not unusual at all. This is the 3rd time I've had that happen. In State versus Camacho in Dakota County in 2010, 2011 it happened. In Omaha, this case of Jose Carlos Oliveira Cochino, there was a split decision in that case as well. And there have been others as well. So it's not unheard of. It's not really unusual, but it also doesn't happen every time, obviously.
You say Bailey was grateful. Any indication on what she was anticipating?
I can't go into the conversations between me and my client and that kind of stuff.
Todd, was justice served?
I'm not sure how to answer that. Was it a good thing, I think, that Bailey didn't get a death sentence? Yes, I think that is a good thing. Whether we should have the death penalty, we've gone back and forth with that in the state. This appears to be a case where the state obviously sought a death sentence. Lots of resources and time were put in by the state and the defense, and we ended up with the same result as if we didn't have the death penalty.
You mentioned a difference between Boswell and Trail. What are some of the differentiating factors in your mind in this situation?
All the stuff that was at the aggravation mitigation hearing.
Is it all surprise you that the 2 female judges voted for the death penalty and the male judge voted against it?
I don't think it matters one way whether if they're male or female. I think they're conscious and the facts are for each judge to determine. I think gender has nothing to do with it.
Do you think there was a particular part that was lacking in the state's argument that made Judge Battalion reach his verdict?
You'd have to ask Judge Battalion that. I don't know. All I know is what was read in his order.
So do you appeal? This automatically goes to an appeal process, right? But does it?
This is not going to be an automatic appeal as if she received a death sentence. If she received a death sentence, there would be an automatic appeal. So the appeal is not automatic, but as I said, we're probably going to appeal certain evidentiary rulings that allow things to come in at trial. For example, statements that came in from Aubrey Trail that came in as statements of a co-conspirator, evidence concerning things such as the sex and the relationship and that sort of stuff that we objected to. I think those are the type of things we're going to appeal.
Because of the principle.
Correct. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.